Not yet. No,
Oh,
you're on.
okay, good. Whew, I was just making a face, and I thought Vicki caught me. She tries all the time. Anyway, happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, June 10th, and we are at it again. I got some...
You're yelling.
Am I yelling? Well, that's... The microphone is... I'm not wearing the microphone, so... Anyway, I'm used to having to go over the
My phone is off. What's that about?
Yeah, what is that about? I thought we were professionals here. What happened?
Professional.
Anyway,
Hello,
so
everybody.
yeah, there is like not a whisper of wind. The flag's almost completely not blowing at all, so it's great.
Did you ever call Justin back? He called you. I gave you that message.
Yes, I sent him a message. I didn't call him, but I sent him a message. Yeah, we talked.
Hi, Frank.
We did
Hi,
our
Andy.
thing.
Hi,
Yeah.
Dan.
Hey guys,
Hi, Danny.
Danny Meadows.
Chris is here. Danny Meadows, Dan Yotis, Andy Littleton, Frank Jenkins, Ernie Reese, Justin Hillickson, Bob Bennett.
Sweet. Jason Harrison.
Jason, dang it.
Jason, she can never remember your name.
Text your name in there when you come on there.
His wife is Julie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, folks. It's good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. It is, again, the middle of the week.
Oh, Nancy Peterson.
A beautiful evening here in Arizona. We don't have any wind going on.
So not enough to...
Not hardly anything compared to what we have had. So, first things first, Vicki wants to show off her gorgeous, what are these, trivets?
They're cold plate trivets, basically.
Cold plate trivets.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, this is going to do them justice. I don't know if there's an up and a down or what.
Yeah, if you're upside down, look at the little charm.
I can't see the little charm from here.
All right, so that's them. Look at the little charm.
So who's this one for?
That one's for Leslie. No, I don't know what happened. Oh, I know. This little thing. Anyway, that's for Leslie. That's my sister, Leslie.
Is yellow her favorite color? Or?
Her kitchen color.
Oh, okay.
That's for my sister, Julia. Yeah.
That's right side up, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's purplish. Just gorgeous. This is the bark off that sisu.
Yeah.
And it was a big ring, and I ran it through the table saw and cut it into smaller rings, and it worked out really well. Vic did an awesome job.
That one's for my sister cousin,
Denise, yes. But these are real flowers and
they're
stuff
real
in here,
flowers.
right?
Uh-huh.
You
I did say yeah. That's what we called my sister, my oldest sister.
Her name's Julia, actually.
Yeah.
So did you order these flowers online?
Yeah, I ordered them on Etsy.
On Etsy. Huh, that's cool. Anyway, those are really, really cool. Very, very cool. And then she put in the little...
That one little charm on that piece, that charm right there is covering up an oops.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and they've got little rubber feet on the back of them, which worked out well. Did you starbond those on and screws?
Nancy Peterson said that's what her grandkids call her. Yeah.
Really?
I'm sorry. Yes, I did starbond them. I didn't want to put screws in them.
Didn't want to put the screws in there. Anyway, they're terrific. I just think those are awesome. Love them. All right, so let's get into this. I got a couple questions, and these are kind of the same. They're not the same, but they're very much related. So I got an email from, we got little bugs flying around. Stephen Harrell. He said, I did a little experiment today, and surprisingly, it worked like a dream.
There's a bug flying by your face.
I know, I can see it out of the corner of my eye. First, a little background. I know you seldom experience this, but a lot of us do. No matter how hard I scrub with a stiff brush and blow out my carving, then I pick out visible loose debris, I always have missing primer spots after I sand off the primer. And I have to fill primer down in the crevices.
Justin, send me an email and I'll send you, I'll reply. Bruce Peters said, glad you survived the birthday party, Eric.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, but I made it through. Yes.
Oh, Pam said they're having a bad storm, possibly tornado, so she might lose this.
Oh my gosh.
Well, stay safe, Pam.
Pam Berry?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Stay safe, Pam. So it says to get down to the finest point Sharpie, I can't fit it down into the tight crevices because he has white spots after he sprays because he can't seem to get all of the stuff out. So I ordered a package of ladies eyeliner applicator brushes at $7 a hundred, along with a bottle of India ink. And I'll show you a picture. These sharp, stiff little brushes get down in the tightest cracks and fill the voids with jet black ink. Looks beautiful when it's finished, and attached is a picture. So they're obviously come from China, but he just got a pack of 100 brushes and a little bottle of India ink, and he does that for his touch-up down in the crevices. So I wrote him back, and that's solution oriented. That solves his problem, which is great. My concern is, why are you getting those stuff in there that you can't get out? Or these are little gnats or something. We had the bug guy come out today. Maybe he stirred them up. Maybe. Yeah. So why are you getting that? So I'm going to. Gosh, I was going to bring a different board. When I use my stiff bristle brush, I know I've talked about this a lot. After I do the carving, before I spray it, I use a stiff brush. But another thing that I do, and I'll just use this. This is actually going to be. Let's just assume this was carved, and I just finished it. I just finished carving, and I brushed it really good, and I really brush hard. The other thing that you want to remember is not just that and blow it out, but I also do this. There goes some live edge. I don't care. It's trash anyway. So I also do that, and I don't know that I've ever talked about that, but after you brush, before I blow it out, I actually tap on it, or I put it on a table and I tap it. I'm losing all my live edge, but that's okay. This is a piece. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. But anyway, so I don't know exactly what's going on there, why you're getting debris down inside the, and this may go into the actual second question. Man, I got bark all over the place. But that's terrific. That's a great idea. You guys might try that. Now, one thing that I've done in the past, and you can tell by the way these are those Tombow brushes that I've used. And these have two different tips on them. They've got a blunt tip like that, which you probably can't see. But then they've got a really fine tip point like that works really good for getting down in crevices. In fact, you can tell by that, you can probably tell that I've used the black quite a bit. I've kind of munched the heck out of the black when I've used it. So these fine Tombow brushes, these are ABT N15.
I think we have those in our Amazon store.
I think they are in our Amazon. I used to have a card in here that showed them, but I think they are in our Amazon. But these little tight, really fine tips, that's what that one used to look like. You probably can't tell. Sorry. But these work really well. But hey, that's terrific, Stephen. If you figured out a way to do that, and obviously super cheap, that bottle of India ink and 100 brushes cost almost nothing. And he found out after this that the brushes are actually reusable.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Try and find them again.
That's all right. I got time.
Let's see. Sorry. I'm looking at. I've got such a small
little window
there here. Let's see. I know there's questions. Oh, Bob Bennett says, how's your new sign coming? I was watching this morning.
It's coming along. You guys will see the next video on that on Monday. It's coming along. I think I'll be able to finish, on Monday's video, I'll be able to finish up all of the preliminary carving.
Nancy Peterson said, any tips on how to carve a circle to like a baseball? I've ruined 2 signs already, fire pit. And any little mistake shows up and it's not acceptable.
Okay, so if you're carving a baseball, I'm assuming you're carving it outset. If you're carving it inset, it's a little bit easier because you have a little room for error. A perfect circle is always going to be tough to do. It really is. You've got to have your hands on the board. Go. Here's a good tip. Go shallow first. Go 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch first, and then work your way out. Once you scribe that, it's almost like scribing. Once you scribe it with a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, then when you go back and you go deeper, you'll be able to smooth out some of those bobbles. Another tip is if you're carving it outset, again, if it's a baseball and you're carving it outset, remember, if you put a fat line, generally when I do anything that's single line, I'll use my 90-degree bit or the 60-degree bit, and I'll put a fat line around it, which allows me room for error, that if I don't get that perfect all the way around the first time, as long as I stay on the outside of the line, I can kind of just kiss that line as I go back around. Even if you have to go around 3, 4, 5, 6 times, which I have done, then you don't have to worry about the outside of it, because that's all going to be cut away anyway with a big fat line. So that would be my suggestion to you. If you want to shoot me an email with some pictures, and I've got a better idea of what you're doing. Who was that?
That was.
Wasn't Pam?
No, it was. I think it was Nancy.
Nancy. Oh, I think it was Nancy.
Peterson,
Yeah, Nancy. If you want to send me some pictures, email me some pictures and let me take a look. I'm happy to give you some advice. But if you're carving it outset, just put a big fat line around it, and that gives you a lot of room for error to play with. Okay, was there another question in there? Okay, so second question. Now this one is a lot the same. This, I don't have the question verbatim, but it was Mike McKnight. And he was saying that he's getting a lot of fuzzies down in the groove. And I'll show you a picture. He was actually, I don't know how well this is, because I don't know. But if you just look in this area right here, he's carving these outset letters. And he's getting, he's using the profile bit and the 90. And he's getting he's calling them fuzzies. I don't know that they're real fuzzies. Almost like breakout here on the corners where the grain of the board is running this way. Here on the corners, he's getting kind of tear out a little bit there. And that can be a lot of different things. It could just be a board. It could be a bad board. He thought he was carving cedar. As it turns out, it was pine. When I see this, most of the time, it's too much moisture in the board. Not all the time, but this is an indication that there might be too much moisture in the board. I like the moisture content are down around 8, 10, 12%. I don't like any more than 12%.
Renee.
Hi, sis. So, that could be one of the reasons is too much moisture in the board. Another reason, I've had cedar that was perfectly dry that did this to me. Not very often, but every once in a while I'll have cedar that will do that to me. And so then it becomes, he asked how to fix it. Well, the only way to really fix it, the best way is just a little hand carving tool. And I've done it with a pocket knife or a hand carving tool. And sometimes there's so much labor involved that you might want to just scrap it, depending on the sign, how big it is and how much work you got into it. You might want to just scrap it and start over. But most of the time, you can kind of just take those burrs out with a tool like this, little hand carving tool or pocket knife. But then again, I told him, remember too, if it were one of my standard signs, and normally when I had this happen, I was carving on site. Remember, if you get all the loose stuff out, then I wouldn't worry about it too much, because you're going to spray it black if you're doing it like I do. You're going to spray it black, sand it off, and that stuff really won't even show. You're the only one that really knows it. But I understand wanting to get all that stuff out of there, because I would be that way as well. Now, to give you an idea, this is a piece of basswood, and I've carved this. We got these blanks. Dad bought these blanks 4 or 5 years ago.
Guys, how's this look? Buffering and blurry.
Oh,
For some reason
no.
it says, connection available. Our internet, see, the wind's not blowing at all. And
the internet stinks. We did a speed test, and it was all right before we started. I'm sorry, guys. This video, if you guys don't know, these videos probably next week they'll post on YouTube because we're recording it with the phone and we don't have any internet connection problems. Generally, they come out perfect when you watch the replay on YouTube. On this, though, on basswood, even though Dad says basswood is great for carving signs, I'm not in that camp. Basswood's not my favorite. I've carved 2 signs out of basswood. This is the first time I've carved basswood, and it tends to kind of clog up down in there, and it's really tough to get out. This actually carved better than the experiences I've had in the past. Maybe because it's drier, I don't know. But
it keeps going in and out. Bruce Peters said, I'd like to send out prayers to one of our fellow sign carvers, Henry S. Not sure who that is, but absolutely, we're sending out prayers.
Okay, yeah, let us know. Absolutely, prayers. It seems like I remember seeing something about that on Facebook, Bruce, but I can't recall. I was absolutely, by the way, I was absolutely blown away by all of the birthday wishes yesterday. It was amazing, 340 or something, crazy. But we're losing our signal, guys. I'm so sorry. It looks like we're going to have to cut this short. Vicki's shaking her head like...
well, it keeps telling me low network connection and then connection available. And
wow, we've been having... Yeah. I don't know what it is, guys. We caught a bad time. Normally that doesn't happen. But all of this will be over on the YouTube channel next week. So you can look for it there. We'll try and make up for it tomorrow night, guys. We'll be same place, same time. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Love you.